have a friend named Dave, and he basically used to kick my ass in Street Fighter all the time. He would just, beat me every single day, back to back to back, with the character named Zangief. And I got so tired of it that I ended up picking the same character too. So I went home and I secretly trained online. And I fought some of the best people in the world in Street Fighter 2 Turbo. And when I went back to his house, I destroyed him. Oh yes, that's gonna put me in the lead. I feel like a wide receiver.
Okay, all right, okay.
It was definitely a fun experience doing that, and it showed me that, if you practice and if you have the right rivals and the right motivation to get better, you can definitely get better.
We started hanging out when we was like 9 or 10, but we really started gaming heavy together around middle school. And there used to just be like random games.
Mm-hmm.
Anything, really.
F-Zero real heavy, Fantasy Star.
Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah, the old wrestling games, yeah.
We had an emulated Xbox with a bunch of arcade games on it, and all we did was play all the arcade games like Last Blade, Neo Geo, King of Fighters, just every single fighting game you can think of, we played it. When I would just be at home and a lot of my friends came over to play me, and I would just smoke them in every single game we played, I would just think to myself man, I'm beating everyone and everything, and these guys, they're not pros, but something's telling me that the other guys wouldn't be able to stop me either. So I went to my first tournament, and it was a tournament with one of the best Ryu players in a game called Street Fighter 2 HD Remix. And at that tournament, I ended up beating him, and I was like, yeah, man, I really can do it, I was starting to believe in myself. So I went to my next tournament, which was EVO. 2010, there were a lot of strong opponents, and I ended up beating all of them.
Damn it out, will he get the punish? Oh, he got it! He got it! Got him, Snake Eye! Oh my God, Snake Eye's chasing him down!
And I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, this is it. There's no bigger achievement that you can have for this game. I'm a world champion.
EVO is the biggest open bracket fighting game tournament in the world. It started, before it was called EVO, it started, I think, sometime in the mid-90s. It's one of the oldest tournaments. Their first tournament was 40 people, and now they're, many thousands of people go to that tournament. That is the tournament that, it's just in scope, it's the biggest. This is the famous moment 37 Daigo parry moment. It was done at EVO 2004 against Justin Wong, one of America's best players, versus Daigo, one of Japan's best players. So there's kind of a rivalry between them. And basically what ended up happening was Justin Wong, he pretty much won the whole match. He was gonna win and eliminate Daigo. And so Justin Wong thought, okay, I'm going to use a special move, a super, that will be pretty much a checkmate for Daigo. That was what he was thinking. And when he did his super move, Daigo, with not even a pixel of health left, basically parried every single one of those moves and then countered with a very damaging combo that basically killed Justin. And this is something that nobody thought that you could actually do in a tournament setting where you have all this pressure, and he was actually able to pull it off. The execution is very, very high on it, and the timing has to be so precise, and the sounds and the screaming and the cheering that you hear is basically people seeing something that they can't believe. They can't believe that someone could be able to bring it all together in a tournament like that and have such a good response. You know the feeling that you get whenever you see someone get stuffed in basketball and you're like, oh man, that guy got stuffed so hard. Basically, it's like times a million with this moment, and that's what people are reacting to. Yeah, come on in.
Hey, man.
Yeah, just make yourself comfortable.
What are you up to later today?
Today, I'm gonna go over to Aninori and
Oh, yeah.
play some Street Fighter 5. I think they have like a local tournament there. And then I'm gonna go to Itaewon to a Smash Ultimate tournament. It's called Blackouts.
Aninori seems fun though.
Yeah, those guys are really good though. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get destroyed, but
Isn't Infiltration coming too?
yeah, like Infiltration, Valorant, I think
Yeah.
NL might be there. It's just usually a lot of killers there. Alright, let's we should get the sound on. Makes fighting games kind of a little bit different from all the other esports is you'll have a tournament where anybody can enter. And this kind of goes back to the arcade roots. So this culture where anybody can come in and play with a quarter is now translated to fighting game and Street Fighter tournaments today where basically you just need to pay an entry fee and you can enter the tournaments. If I'm watching a StarCraft tournament, on GSL, and I can't just be like, I could beat that guy. Let me just walk up on stage. You're gonna get kicked off.
When I started going to tournaments, it was maybe 16 competitors and maybe 3 people showed up to watch. Now I have cast in front of live audiences of 30,000 people where players from all over the globe spent months trying to even qualify for the tournament. And this is a regular thing now. It's not like this happens once a year and it goes away. This is the makeup room, wardrobe room. And then upstairs, we do the casting up there. Out here is where the players play and the audiences. 감사합니다. And this is where I change. This is where the scene ends. Goodbye.
네 헤어 세팅한 거예요? 헤어?
이렇게 괜찮아요? 네.
조금 볼륨.
그래요. 네, 조금 더 주세요. When I first started, I didn't have any real public speaking experience, so that was always a little bit scary, but I mean, at this point in time, once it starts, I know a couple minutes in, I'm going to be in the game, and that's when I'm comfortable. So over here, we have the games on screen at the top. We'll have player cams for each face on the side, and each player gets their own PC. The headsets are totally soundproof, so they can't hear anything. And then there'll be a color, either red or blue, depending on what color the player is in the game, on the booth, I mean. We have one player who is the best esports player of all time, the best gamer of all time. That's Flash Lee Young-ho, and he is expected to dominate here. We are in the Freak Up studio, close to Gangnam at Samsung Station. This is my casting desk. This is where Artosis, my co-host, will cast. At the desk, this is the in-game monitor. And then this screen over here is a preview screen, so if we're not in-game, we see what the viewers are seeing. I mean, I just wear these and talk until it's done. Yeah. Basically, my role is to articulate to the viewer what's happening in the game in a way that's digestible and consumable, so that you don't have to be a diehard expert to appreciate what's going on.
All right, guys, we now officially start Season 8. What is up, everybody? We're back here at the ASL Season 8. Of course, the big theme of today is the fact that Flash is playing.
Oh my God, yes. The greatest gamer of all time, the strongest StarCraft 1 player in the world.
When esports initially started, people tried to paint it in a very serious way, and that this had to be conventional, and that the adults, so to speak, would be approving of this and take it as seriously as, I guess, we take some conventional sports. But what's fun about this is that we're kind of making the rules as we go, so we get to have a lot of fun, we get to make jokes, we get to talk about memes. And I mean, I don't know what else to say. You get to travel around the world and talk about your favorite game. That's the coolest thing ever.
Oh my God! The ball. Oh, he bruised it too. Oh, I was expecting that at all. And it looks like someone might actually have enough over here to drive him away. We have some more reinforcements coming around.
When the Winter Olympics in Pyeongchang came around, I did some StarCraft 2 casting in front of the IOC. Olympic viewership has been going down. The sports are more and more obtuse compared to what people do now, where games are just more ubiquitous. The Olympics are definitely interested in esports. I don't know what's going to happen with that. The interesting thing about this whole situation is that esports is so big, I don't even know if it needs the Olympics. the Olympics might need us.
Flash right now, he's just nailing all of his timings.
Flash, in a lot of ways, has a direct answer to anything air-wise with the Goliaths.
When I was a kid, girls did not think I was cool for playing games. Now, at the studio I work at, sometimes it's 40% or sometimes it's over 50% female viewers, which means that now it's becoming more of a norm to appreciate gaming. And I think with that comes people that are going to compete. So while I don't think we have enough women competing in esports yet, I would assume as a general trend, we'll see more and more come in. And of course, they're welcome to be here.
게임을 하다가 여자라는 걸 드러냈을 때는 또 친절한 사람들보단 무시하는 사람이 좀 더 많은 것 같아요. 그걸 잘 드러내지 않는 편이에요. 사회적인 인식이 가장 큰 것 같아요. 좀 아무래도 여자가 게임을 하면 남자들보다 못하는데 뭐하러 시간 들여서 게임하냐, 약간 그게 아니라는 걸 보여주고 싶은 마음도 솔직히 커요.
어떻게 승준아, 너 개쳐 갖고 있어. 빨리.
잡은 거 같아.
빨리.
고등학교는 일찍 졸업했습니다. 다른 일들은 제가 아무리 노력해도 뭔가 올라가는 게 눈에 잘 안 보였었거든요. 그런데 리그 오브 레전드는 뭔가 하면 할수록 실력이 느는 게 확실히 보여서 그래서 프로게이머를 생각하게 됐어요.
너 지난번 수업 시간에 무슨 챔프 했었어?
나는 루시아.
루시안 쉬운 거 아님?
뭐라고?
굳이 배울 필요가 있나?
루시안이 왜 쉬워?
어느 순간부터 올라갈 수가 없더라고요. 그래서 일단 그걸 너무 깨보고 싶어서 이 학원에 등록을 했고 여기 다니면서 확실히 승률은 좋아지고 있는 것 같아요. 초등학생 때 사촌 오빠가 저희 집에서 게임하는 걸 보고 그때 게임을 시작하게 됐어요. 게임을 많이 할 때에는 자고 일어나서부터 잠들기 전까지 하는데 그래도 평균적으로는 6시간, 7시간 정도 하는 것 같아요.
아니 안 해봤으니까 일게임에서 해봐야지.
저는 지금까지 여자 프로게이머를 본 적이 없는 것 같아요, 롤은. 여자로서 첫 번째 프로게이머가 될 가능성이 있다고 할 수 있습니다.
In order to get to that level, you have to treat it like a full-time job. If you want to be number one, you have to practice every day. This is the place where some of the best Street Fighter players in Korea play. They're having a local tournament right now. I'm gonna do my best, see how I fare, but they're probably gonna body me.
The difference between the fighting game scene in Korea and the fighting game scene in not only the US but LA is that the fighting games may not seem that popular until recently. I feel like their main game is like Overwatch or games like League of Legends. And if you aren't playing those games, the other games are not really considered like a career path based game. It's more of a like hobby based game. So I feel like that's a huge difference between Korea and Cali. I feel like Infiltration is basically the middleman who incorporates everyone into the fighting game scene in Korea.
Great, so my next opponent is multi-Evo champ Infiltration. I'll do my best.
If I had to like put him under a category of what kind of player he is, I would just have to say he's a great player. He's a good player. He's really good.
Yeah, so basically, Infiltration has a mastery on spacing. His spacing is incredible. So just like in boxing or any fighting sport, you want to be in the right space and you want to have the right reach with your attacks, right? And that aspect is where the best players and the worst players are separated. And Infiltration's knowledge of knowing exactly at what range to do which attack is perfect. In this small area, you have people plotting to try to become the world champion, to prove themselves to the world. And it's a very intimate, small space. But even if it's a small place, you do need a place to meet up. I mean, it's kind of your temple. He destroyed me, so as expected. But I had a good game, so this is why you do it. You come to play, learn, and sometimes you'll meet some really good people, but sometimes you meet people your level. So it's that's the fun of it, right?
Yeah, we're gonna do the partnership with Hawan from Thor Ragnarok. To get myself in a character, I start to think the way I can fit the character, not how the character can fit me. The best part to wear a character is see the character come to life. The moment that I'm in the character starts when I put the eyelashes, because she has a very intense look. It's a really magical process. For a few seconds, you don't even recognize yourself. That's really nice. It's a really amazing experience.
Mauricio is amazing. He works to turn these demands into art. He goes so far into turning whatever you ask him into something you feel, emotion. They can wear once, no, it makes a moment. Cosplay is something that transforms people. You just need to dream and imagine and put some effort and then go and be whatever you want.
코스프레를 준비하는 과정에서 가장 중요한 거는 일단 캐릭터를 선정했을 때 그 캐릭터에 대한 이해를 그러니까 이해도를 많이 넓히고 그냥 그 캐릭터를 재현했다는 거에 대해서 잘 봐주시더라고요. 그래서 그 부분은 확실히 취미로서의 코스프레는 자기 자신을 위한 거예요. 그러니까 내가 좋아하는 캐릭터를 위해서 그걸 연출하면서 기쁨을 느끼고 옷이 완성됐을 때도 자기가 만족하면 되는 거라고 생각해요. 왜냐면 취미니까. 근데 이게 일로 넘어가면요. 정말 퀄리티도 최상을 내야 되고 자기 자신이 만족해야 되는 퀄리티가 아니라 회사가 그리고 팬들이 보는 게임 유저들이 봤을 때 납득해야 될 수 있는 퀄리티를 내야 되고
오늘 샌박이랑 하는데
샌박 엄청 세잖아.
그래도 요즘 젠지 좀 잘한대요.
이겼으면 좋겠다 진짜.
또 괜히 스파켓의 저주 막 이런 거 나오면 진짜.
아니야 오늘은 이길 거야. 젠지가 강력해서 이겨서 부셔버릴 거야. 지구 부셔.
그러니까요. 저주도 부셔.
한국 말까 서울 말고 다른 지역에 갔을 때 예를 들어서 미국도 그렇고 부산도 그렇고 뭐 독일이나 뭐 이런 다른 나라들 타 지역에 제가 전혀 모르는 사람들이 저를 알고서 반갑게 알아봤을 때가 가장 좀 뭔가 이 일을 할 때 힘낼 수 있는 요소가 되는 것 같아요. 그래서 가끔씩 옛날이 그리울 때가 있는데, 그리고 자유로웠죠. 자유로웠으니까 그리울 때가 있는데, 저는 사실 지금 저를 바라봐 주시는 분들이 훨씬 더 많아졌잖아요, 지금. 그래서 그 팬들의 좀 기대에 보답하고 싶어서 지금까지 나를 응원하는 사람들은 부모님과 나 자신 그리고 친구들 이 정도의 이제 에어리어였다면 지금은 저를 응원하고 있는 팬분들이 되게 많은 큰 힘이 돼요. 그분들을 만났을 때 가장 좋고 또 스파이럴게츠 하면서 재밌었던 점은 일단 팬분들하고 자주 만나서 소통할 수 있는 게 되게 재밌었고요. 그러니까 뭐랄까 게임 행사장을 가면 게임을 관전하러 오시는 팬분들도 정말 많이 알아봐 주시고 그러니까 인정받은 것 같은 느낌. 그리고 지금은 제 평생 직업으로서 계속 해나가려고 해요. 그래서 대한민국 최고의 코스프레 팀으로 계속 꾸준히 할 수 있었으면 좋겠습니다.
Wow, it's really nice. Oh, great. To just hold the pose a little bit longer.
First met Hella
Very nice.
back in the 90s because I was always a geek kid and I loved the design of her headpiece, the horns and stuff like this. She was always dressed in black with long capes and I was like, oh my gosh, she's so cool. But I was never confident enough to dress up as a girl.
Awesome, very good.
And with time, I was like, I'm an actor, this is a character. It's not a problem, so it came with the time.
Yeah.
It's not a problem if it's a man or a girl or something in between, because I think genders are kind of outdated.
Look at that.
Yeah, I think we definitely got it. I still really love to wear this character because she's so blasé and yet still so mad. So I'm really happy with the final effect we had.
Oh, it looks really nice. Look at the movement when it goes up.
Hey Josh, what's up, man? How's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you. Long time. Yeah. We are at Blackout 2, and this is the second tournament of this kind. It's the largest Smash Ultimate tournament in Korea, and right now I think for Smash Ultimate there's 61 entrants, and I think we're down to about 3 players, and they're gonna fight it out to become champion. So right now, I'm watching the grand finals of Smash Ultimate Singles. Very close, very close. If you have like maybe a smaller tournament of more elite players, like world-class players, you might get completely destroyed, right? That doesn't mean they won't accept you. If you can absolutely learn from them and they'll help you, and this is kind of what forms the community. Yeah, it's kind of a beautiful thing.
초반 게임 산업에서 코스프레는 약간 그러니까 외부인 같은 존재였어요.
I saw this community grow from scratch to what we have today.
지금은 저희를 패밀리로 받아주시는 것 같아서 그 부분이 저는 가장 기분이 좋아요.
When we think about it from a massive scale on the outside, you know, we want to grow in this community, and that's one of the things that keeps us together. Because if it weren't for that, then we wouldn't be considered the same